people ask you that what science could do to the society, we didn't develop flying cars. It used to be said, but people have developed in the world flying cars as well. Individual aeroplanes are available if someone can afford. So science has done that, but what the last couple of centuries have seen, the world has transformed into smart materials. The world has become much smarter. This means that the world is going smarter and smarter. They are using less. With less consumption, they are producing more. The smarter means that you wear some clothes and they change their behavior with changing temperature. In summer, you want coolness, and in cold weather, you need warmth. And the smart clothes can give you that. To see, it is a small word, but associated with it is a very huge structure. Can you imagine that in coming 50 years or 40 years, people will start to live in big buildings and only their clothes will be enough to live with? Because if there is no need to cool or warm your body and the clothes does that, then why not have an individual space and live there? We don't know what the coming generation are thinking to do. But a small invention, your cell phone was a very small invention, but it changed the world. So smarter materials can make the world much smarter. Your kids, they can change the color of their bedroom with the flick of a button, switch it on, off and change the color. Similarly, you can change the temperature if you are using electrocaloric materials. When with the electric field, the material undergoes transition and it produces energy. Obviously, energy can be converted into any form and you convert it into heat. So a flash of light can change the behavior of a material. The world is yours. The universe is yours. It is upon you whether you wish to own it or not. If you wish to own it, if you wish to claim your share in the universe, learn it and it is yours. And where to learn it? This classroom is the place. This classroom make changes. This classroom bring revolutions. This classroom develop nations. And what you learn and what can you do will be the shape of the world tomorrow. Whatever shape you want for your world, it is your mind. You decide how you want your world to be, and you can do it through knowledge. The universe is generous. I told you the story of carbon probably in the last lecture, that carbon was 25,000 years old, and in 2010 Nobel Prize was given for graphene. This means that we have not yet discovered carbon and its property, what it has. You have 118 or even more elements today in your periodic table. You have not yet explored the oldest element, carbon. This means the world has many more things to share with you, but it is upon you. Can you do that? This is upon your mental strength, your hard work, that how much you can go into these materials and you explore it and you change everything in the world to come. And when you bring a change, the next generated world, the world emerging from on the basis of your knowledge and mind will be your world. If somebody else changes the world, you will have to live according to their wish because it is their world. You are making a room and a person enters it and he asks you that should I take up my shoes? You say no, okay, come. Or you tell them in the start that if you are entering this room, take off your shoes because you have developed that room and you are the authority there. So the world, developing a room is much easier. Developing a new world, innovation, bringing innovation, it needs a lot of hard work of centuries. Will that person allow you to dictate it? Never. You will have to live according to his or her wish in his or her world. So, if you have a sharing contribution to the developments, then you will have a say in the world to come. But if you have no contribution, then you are living like a parasite and you should obey whatever the developers say. So this is the knowledge, this is the skill, and you can own your world through knowledge and skill. The people who can do it are called developed people, and the people who cannot do it are called underdeveloped. This classroom is the differentiator between the two. The people who learn in this classroom and apply them in their society, they are called developed. And the people who waste their time in their institutions, they are wasting the resources, they are wasting their lives, and they have no future but to live at the disposal of the hard workers. Very simple. Two brothers, one is earning, the other is not. At the evening when you reach home, the dinner should be at the wish of the earner, not of the user. You cannot dictate anyone that the food should be like this or that. It depends on those who earn it. So earn something in your universe and it will be yours. And these needs excellent institutions. In the last lecture I told you that 3 persons are most important in making nations. The first thing